All right, guys. So you sent out the perfect property description email, and now you're going to have buyers reaching back out to you. They're going to have 3 different type of responses. And this is what this chapter is for. I kind of wanted to prep you for those conversations. There's 3 main type of responses from these buyers, and I want to show you kind of how to maneuver those conversations. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first one is the guy the person that says, I'll take it. Someone who is ready to move forward at your asking price. This is obviously the best email or the best phone call to get, right? You put out your asking price of 100 grand. They say, perfect. I want it. I've looked at everything. I love it at 100. That's perfect. Now you start the vetting process, right? So your response is, okay, great. I do require a signed assignment and $500 non-refundable deposit up front before moving forward. Does that work for you, right? You get them on the phone, you fill them out, you vet them a little bit, and that's the best type of response, right? So the next one, and this is a common one. This is probably the most common. It's the person who just wants to walk the property, right? Can I walk it? Someone who wants to walk the property before committing to your asking price. I always steer away from this at first, and let me tell you why. We don't have a million times to show the property. We can't do a showing, a traditional showing. This is not that route, right? And the seller is not expecting that either. So we have 1 or 2 times to execute and do this the right way, right? So for that person that reaches out and say, hey, can I walk it? First, I don't respond. I field all the calls or emails that come in first. I fill all those first. And then if I don't have somebody who's willing to take it, then we'll come back to this person, right? But we'll tell them up front. Unfortunately, with this seller, I like to kind of blame it on the seller. You can leave that in or not. It doesn't matter. Unfortunately, and kind of put yourself as like, man, I'm the victim here. I can't show it a million times. Unfortunately, with this seller, I am not able to do multiple walkthroughs. I am asking for a signed assignment and $500 non-refundable deposit up front before walking the property and see what they say. You know, it may turn into a good lead, but there's a lot of tire kickers out there that just want to go and see the property, and then they don't even, they don't come close to your asking price. So I leave these people for last. And the last one is I can offer another offer price, pretty much. They'll try to negotiate, right? So someone who's looking to negotiate and offer below your asking price. The response is, since I just sent this out, I am looking to get my full asking price. If I don't get it, we can revisit in a couple days. No, I'm not willing to go below. I literally just sent out the deal, right? I'm not willing to go below what I'm asking at this point. Now, guys, if you go through this and you can't find a buyer, you don't find a buyer, now it's time to negotiate. Like I said, we left this person for last, or we'll come back and revisit. This is time to revisit this person, time to revisit this person and talk about negotiating, right? So for this person, okay, if they wanted to walk it, it's time for you to maybe figure out how to get them to walk it, schedule an appointment, right? For this person who wants to offer and negotiate, okay, what are you offering? I'm open to negotiating, right? So if they come in, let's say I got it under contract and they say, I'm willing to do, let's say I got it under contract for 100 grand, and they say I can do 90 grand. Well, I can't go that low because I got it under contract for 100 grand. So now I have to go renegotiate with the seller, right? If all else fails and I have no buyer, I have no leverage, anything, right? But I had a buyer here who's willing to offer me 90. I have to go back to the seller now and renegotiate to maybe 85. So that way I can at least make $5,000 in an assignment fee. So for this person, for these two, your guard has to come down a little bit. You don't have the leverage anymore. You sent out the deal. Maybe you priced it wrong. Maybe your numbers are a little bit off. It's time to either renegotiate or get this person in, right? Because you weren't able to get this person who's willing to pay you at your price. So these are just conversations you will have. I don't like to overcomplicate things, but I want to make sure you know how to maneuver 3 of the most common conversations that you will likely have. I'll see you guys in the next chapter.